to make this video to make certain that people stay safe if they're going to attempt to reach the Cave of Oeufs, or Cave of Eggs, or the Cave of the Womb, as it sometimes is known as. First thing, having done this journey on this trip to France, I have to tell you that there's a lot of misinformation and disinformation on the internet as to where the cave is and how easy it is to reach there. If you have Google Maps, you will find the Cave of Oeufs properly and correctly located on the map. That's your best resource. There are websites as of this date in the year 2023 that will have the cave in the wrong place. And I don't know if it's deliberate. I don't know if it's the closest that the author on the web could do, and it's an honest attempt. I don't know. But the current location is due west of the Grotto of St. Mary Magdalene, a course of about, I'd say, like 265. Okay, so it's practically due west. First thing I want to bring up to anybody attempting to reach this cave, some equipment you must have. You've got to have headlamps. A handheld flashlight is not going to do you any good. The cave is slippery. I had encountered the cave along with my wife approximately, I'd say, 3 days after the area had received a decent amount of rain. So even though it was dry for the journey, the cave slope is incredibly slippery. You must have some type of nylon rope. I recommend a good 30 to 50 feet of it, in case you have to attach the rope to something on the outside of the cave. The cave will be, we went in June of 2023. There'll be an instant 20-degree temperature drop just in the mouth of the cave. So headlamps, some type of nylon rope. You must have gloves. You must have gloves. You must also have decent footwear, hiking boots. Keep in mind that those hiking boots will not stop you from slipping and falling. Grabbing hold of that rope, wherever you attach it will. There are a couple of large handholds as you enter the cave, but only after the primary slope. It is covered in mud. It is not a large cave. It is not a very deep cave. As you enter it, you will curve slightly, barely to the right, and there will be a natural grotto there, typically where people have left offerings and incense, etc. On the right side of the cave, however, there is what I would call an opening that, when I visited, was deep and had water. That means that headgear is absolutely important for somebody who's trying to grasp hold of a cave wall, trying to stand up, and there's nothing there. There's a possibility a person could fall in, technically. The cave itself, like I said, is slippery. You might find that you cannot get out without a nylon rope or system in place. That being said, prior to and finding the cave is not easy. You must be physically fit. If you have any type of ailment preventing you from having very, very strong arms and legs, you're going to be grabbing handholds in order to make this journey along the face of the mountain itself. If you are afraid of heights, I don't recommend it either. While if you are not afraid of heights, it offers an incredible views of Provence. Um, People who are afraid of heights can easily fall. It's not like this trip um, has high ledges. It's not like a person could fall to their deaths, but a person can easily break ankles on this journey. You have to be physically fit. Your journey begins at the stairs, essentially leading up to the grotto. Proceed west in that along the path. You'll notice that the path will go off west. The same path that led you up to the grotto will go off west. Follow that path. You'll come to a Christian altar with a cross and approach it, and you'll see to the right of it there is a very narrow path. The key to knowing where you are going is to having a good GPS and having good eyes. A person who's colorblind couldn't make this trip. Somebody, and I don't know who they are, left green markers on rocks to inform you that you are on the correct path. The path will split and lead to various dead ends. As long as you search rocks for a green about 2 to 3 fingers in width, about this long. If you search for these green painted stripes on the rocks, you will be able to confirm that you are on the right path. There is one split off that is mentioned in a book of the path, and it leads to a dead end. That path, if you watch, there will be a rock and it will have an X in green painted on it. Do not take that path. That's the dead end path. The path does, like I say, have tree roots. It has tree stumps. It becomes extremely narrow. You will have to do handhelds to go up and come down. Rocks are loose. Once again, you've got to have trail hiking boots, and they've got to be good because you can easily break a bone falling or break your ankle. Sprains are a definite possibility on this trip. The trip, as long as you follow the green markers, takes between 45 minutes to an hour west. The trail does continue. There is a location roughly halfway along this trail where I'm worried that future water erosion will wash it out completely, and the only way to get to the Cave of Oeufs is to take an eastern direction route from the fields below. I did not take that route. How long the trail will stay available, I do not know. Like I said, between 45 minutes to an hour from the base of the stairs from the grotto. You must take water with you. You should be prepared to contact emergency help if a person develops a severe sprain or breaks a bone. The trail will narrow in some places to this width. Foliage, we went, like I said, in June. It was very, very manageable. Temperatures stayed easy to manage. I would not advise going anytime during rainfall or anytime immediately after rainfall. Such conditions would make the path extremely hazardous. A person could slip. Along the trip, while maintaining contact with the green markers on rocks, you will come across a semi-split off where there are grotto-like indentations in the cliff wall that have been heavily camped. Those are not the Cave of Oeufs. Come down and resume your trek along the green marked trail. The trail will undulate. It will lower in elevation, it will raise in elevation. I advise that people take frequent water breaks if you go in the summer. Upon reaching the cave, I advise that you mark your positions on your map as well, and you will verify, in fact, that the Google coordinates on Google Maps for your smartphone is accurate. The trail elevations, the trails are marked on Google Maps, but you must zoom in extremely close. They will not appear unless you zoom in extremely close. The elevations for the trails on Google Maps are incorrect. Stay on the trail marked by the green markers. Do not attempt to head north or south off the trail thinking that there is another correct magic trail on because Google Maps says that it is there. It is not. You are on the correct trail. There's only one major trail artery heading west and east. Other trails were not investigated on my track. So I can't tell you if any spurs off the main trail that is marked by the green markers are safe. I can't tell you if they lead anywhere. No wildlife was seen on the course of this trip. Nothing dangerous. The danger comes from the trail itself and the possibility of falling into the cave itself once you arrive and not being able to get out. These are serious difficulties that must be considered. This is not something that's easy, but it can be done. You have to use common sense. If you have any likes or comments, please leave them below. The purpose of this video is to make certain that people get there for whatever reason, be it spiritual journey or simply hiking, to remain safe. Good luck.